Be up, guys. Be up, guys. Welcome to my second stream of the day. And I'm changing tack from football to cricket. So I'll probably have another moan or rant that I just done earlier about my football team. But I'm going to be going into the state of the English cricket team, which is in a real fucking state at the moment. And obviously in the Ashes, of course, at the moment, it's all a bit shitty there as well, let's be honest. It's not going great. And we need to go into this, a big debate about the whole thing about English cricket. And not just English cricket, it's about other cricket in other countries as well. Although I think obviously some of them are run better than we are. But it really needs to be sorted out and got into because this has gone on for too long. But why we're underprepared and why ECB are like dinosaurs with what they do. It's pathetic, and it really needs something sorted with this. And but anyway, we're going to go into this, the buzz as it is now, and obviously we're talking cricket, so hopefully people will come into the live chat and we'll discuss a lot of this as well. Put your comments in and everything, and I've got a couple of guests patiently waiting here, so I'll bring them both on now. Sano's one of them. Yeah, be up, all smash the likes and all that. Yeah, definitely. Please do that. Please keep subbing, smashing those likes. Get me up to that 200, which I'm not far away from now. So please get me there. But and I just mentioned Hanno. I'm going to bring him on now. How are you, bro? You well, bro? You all good?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for
no worries, man.
having me on the channel.
Yeah, of course. You're always welcome, bro. Always welcome. An important subject here about the cricket, of course, and why we're in the state, Hanno, but in the English game. But I know you're loving it. You love it, but I don't. And another guy doesn't like it. I'm going to bring on, and that's Warren. Hope you're well as well, buddy. Hope you're all good.
Hi, Steve. Hope you're good, mate. Hi, Hanno. Hope you're good too. Thanks for having me on the stream, mate.
Yeah, no worries, man. You're always welcome. You both are. So, very important subject we got to talk about today. An in-depth talk, debate, if you will. And I'm going to bring this first question up about it. And we're going to go into the Ashes basically already. And it's this. Why have England failed to prepare properly for the Ashes? And what do you make of McCullum's comments about over-preparing? I'm going to start with you, Hanno. What do you make of all this, my friend?
I think you guys have definitely failed to prepare. I don't think your preparation has been that good. Over preparing, there can be a case to that, but context matters because you can say you over prepared in some cases where the players look tired towards the end of a test match or something like that. Not when you get bowled out for under 200. That's not over prepare. That's under prepared because realistically, you want to bet, if not 80 overs, you want to bet at least 60 overs in the test match.
Yeah.
You guys are at this moment trying to bet 60 overs in two innings, not one. Yeah. So, yeah, I think you guys have almost this ego-ness, almost. Bunch of, it seems like it's the ego that's really.
Yeah.
the thing. Um, so yeah.
You think it's stubbornness as well, that failing to change what you're doing.
Mm.
You know, because if he just changes this, right, it's McCullum, right, and well, Stokes is involved as well, but you know, are they just them two being stubborn and saying, look, we're not going to change this no matter what anyone thinks. If we're doing this wrong, we're still going to keep it going this way we're doing. No matter how bad we're doing and how much it's failing, we won't change it. Is that stubbornness, hard-headedness, do you think?
Mm. Yeah, no, it definitely is. Definitely is stubbornness. And also maybe stupidity. Like
Mm.
it could be because maybe is just not that smart of a guy. Maybe he isn't. Maybe he isn't because some foreign players just aren't. If you look, especially of the some of the pundits, players that became pundits, they just talk absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
So no, maybe he's just one of them, but in a coaching job. So yeah.
Mm. What about you, Warren? What are your thoughts on this, buddy? You there?
In answer to the question about have England failed to prepare properly for the Ashes, I think they have. 100%. I think that's. I mean, the thing that summed it up for me was before they went and played that pink ball test,
Yeah.
right? Apparently, they got offered the opportunity to go and have a pink ball game.
Yeah. Could have done. Yeah.
And I think I'm not sure. I might get this wrong, but I think it was even at the ground where they're going to be playing the pink ball test, and
Well,
they turned it down.
It was a different ground, wasn't it? Isn't it? Wasn't it? Was it Lilac Hill or whatever it was? Was it Lilac Hill?
Yeah. Now, the thing is, Steve, some of these players have never even picked up a pink ball before or played a pink ball test. So I just don't understand that. I just think it's madness of the highest order. And I also think it's extremely arrogant. And as for McCullum, well, I'm sorry, but I've got no respect for the guy. I think he should be sacked immediately.
He gives all the wrong vibes for me, that he's there just sitting there and having a holiday and taking it all casual and whatever. Because, okay, the guy was a good player. I'm not saying he was a shit player or anything, really. But at the end of the day, he's a flat track bully, and he's been brought in to coach a load of flat track bullies.
Yeah.
Because he's done it against the likes of, who was it, Pakistan, whatever. He smashed a load against them. He probably done it maybe against South Africa. I don't know. You know, he got a few against them. But I know he failed a lot against Australia and them sort of teams.
Yeah.
And that's because it was not flat tracks or something. So he always done it on the flat tracks, but not on the well-prepared ones. So really, what gave him the right to be coach?
No, exactly. But the thing that really irritates me more than anything is not one person from the English cricket team has come out and apologised to the fans that have travelled all that way, spent all that money to boot, to go and watch that England team.
Yeah.
And it's not a small amount of money they've had to pay, Steve.
It's not, no.
I conservatively estimate it's probably in the tens of thousands. When you consider the airfares, the hotel accommodation, the food, especially this time of year as well, it's probably premium rates because it's Christmas that they're having to pay. And I'm sorry, mate, that is not acceptable. Because let's not beat around the bush here. The performances have been absolutely horrific.
They have, yeah, exactly, 100%.
And it's only going to get worse because the Aussies have got 3 of their star players to come back.
Yes, well, Cummings is coming back for this one, isn't he? And I think is Hazelwood coming back for? I know Lyon's coming back.
Yeah, Lyons is coming back. The captain's coming back.
Yeah, Pat Cummins is back.
So it's only going to get worse, mate. I can see that next test being an innings defeat for England.
I wouldn't be surprised because you guys actually had a chance against a weekend Australian batting lineup. Because let's just have a quick look at their bowling lineup. Let me just.
I mean, we blew our chances there. Those first 2 games, really, we had a great chance. They were weakened. They're not the best Australian team that they've ever been, but they still find a way to win, and that's what we don't do. We don't do that.
Like in the first test, they only used 4 bowlers, and one of them was Cameron Green, and Cameron Green is a part-timer. So you had 36-year-old Scott Boland.
Yeah.
Mitchell Starc, we know his class. You had a guy making his debut, Brendan Doggett. I don't know if half of England has ever heard of him.
Neser is no one. He's not a quick bowler, Neser. Yeah, he kept bowling lines and lengths. He kept bowling it in the right areas every time. That's why he get those wickets. He put the pressure on England. That's what England couldn't do. Put it in the right areas all the time.
And then for the second test, you had Michael Neser, Brendan Doggett. So they had a bit more bodies in terms of the bowling. Of course, Michael Neser, we know him, but he's also 35. So.
And he's low 80s, isn't he? Late 70s, low 80s he bowls at, isn't he?
Yeah, it's not the quickest. I don't. Yeah, it's medium pace. Yeah, it's medium pace, so around the 80s.
And he still had us in trouble. And how is that? It doesn't make sense, does it? How they can still be so better than us, and yet they're a weaker Aussie nation team than they used to be. And it's I don't get it. I think we just shoot ourselves in the foot. I think we self-implode, and we've done this for so long, and I don't know what it is. We were in winning positions, weren't we? I think in that first one, we had them on the ropes at one stage with our bowling, and they were all out for what was it in the end? They were all out for. I know we got 170 odd to start with, and then 160 odd, but we got them out for quite a low score. And yet we still couldn't beat them. Travis Head came in and played a massive innings. What an innings from him, superb innings. Smacked us everywhere, didn't he? So, it's just the same thing every time, Hanno. We find ways to lose, and Warren, of course, we find ways to lose, don't we? All the time. We from winning positions.
But it's just recklessness, Steve, and playing stupid shots and like switching off and having a weak mentality. I'm sorry, but this is what I've been going on about with this team since I started coming on your channel talking about cricket. There's a weak mentality.
Yeah.
Running through it.
There is. Precisely. 100%, buddy. There is. And how do we change that, though? How does that change? What can we do with these players?
Well, if I knew that, mate, I'd be out in Australia.
Exactly.
But the thing is, it's not going to be helped by just, pandering to them. That's the thing. It needs to be someone that, this is what I go, but I'm going, actually, no. what I'm going to say here is that you haven't got the right people in positions of power in the ECB. And you know
Well,
what's going to be next. And before I say anything else, I'd like to say that I hope Michael Vaughan recovers from that horrific
Yeah.
ordeal we had at the weekend,
mm,
because that must have been terrifying. And he said it was terrifying. So, I hope he's okay, and I hope that, he's able to continue with his punditry work.
yeah,
For
100%.
me, he should be running the ECB. He should be the top dog.
Well, he should be, but
I
Yeah,
mean,
well, the
that
legend-
man, every time he opens his mouth, mate, it's just pure sense.
it is. But he's been there, he's seen it, he's done it. He's won the Ashes for us with us. He's done that. So, it makes sense. It's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah,
There you go.
100%. And you're going on about mentality and how to improve it. There's one player, ex-player, that would come into that environment, and I believe he'd like go through that team like those sorts, and he'd impose his mentality on them. And if they weren't prepared to do it, out. Simple. Do you know what I mean? And that person is Kevin Peterson, because he had a really elite mentality. He didn't get fazed by anything.
Yeah. We've got Des Reynolds here. Be up to you, brother. Thanks for coming in. Be up, Mr. B and panel. Why has Atkinson been dropped? Well, I don't think he's been getting enough wickets. He hasn't bowled particularly badly, but he hasn't really got many wickets, has he? So that's possibly why. I mean, Josh Tongue is coming in. And I think the thing is with Tongue, his radar is a bit off some of the time, but he's got a knack of getting wickets. And that's what you need. And he mops up the tail. And I just hope he bowls well, though, in this one, because, otherwise it's no good. We brought him in and he don't do it. But, the only other one we could have done is drop Pope and bring Bethel in, who I think's a good player, Bethel. I really rate him, young man. And I think he'd be better than Pope, to be honest. But the thing is, he hasn't played much cricket, is the problem. So, unfortunately, that wouldn't work, I don't think. But I actually think they could have dropped Atkinson and Cars and brought in Potts as well. Tongue and Potts with the bowling. So, I think they might have freshened it up even more. I think the thing is with Archer, sometimes he has his days when he wants to do it, and there's other days when he doesn't. And he's quick, he's lightning fast, he's aggressive, hostile. We know what he can do. He can rough them up, the Aussies. And you see all that thing with him and Smith in that last one, when he was down in and Smith was mouthing him and everything and whatever, and he was doing it back. So, you can see all that, but I just feel they could have maybe brought Potts as well. But I don't know what the thing is with Bashir, why they brought him all this way and they're not playing him as a spinner. He's not doing much, so that's another strange one. Because I think Stokes seems to have so much faith in him, kept playing him and wants him there. And yet now he doesn't want to bother with him. He's not bothered with him. So it's a strange one, that. But then
the other thing, Steve, is that I don't think England are aggressive enough.
No.
Like, for example, I sent you an Instagram reel the other day from this couple of lads, Australian lads, where they do this then it's not them doing the commentary. It's they just do they just dub it over, right? And there was someone going on about Jofra Archer and how he'd only just started chirping when the game was over.
Yeah.
And he was it's a bit late now, champ. Should have done that
Yeah,
earlier.
was.
But it's true.
Well, that's
He
what
should have.
he said, didn't it? Yeah, he said to him, didn't he? And
Yeah.
he's right. He's fucking right. It was too late.
It, like they should, soon as they go out on the field, those players, like if we put the opposition in the bat, and I'm not just talking about Australia, but any team, as soon as they go in the bat, they should be fucking on them, like giving it to them, big time, sledging them, just making their life really uncomfortable.
Mm.
You know, but they're not. It's just like
It's too
nah.
easy. Mm.
Yeah, it's making it too easy, and we're making it easy for them as well by the way that they bat.
Exactly.
You know, it's just this baseball thing as well. That's another issue. But yeah, sorry, Steve.
No, that's fine, mate. You say what you want, mate. It's good. It's got your opinions and everything, which is good. You know, I'm glad. We all think differently, or all the same sometimes. So with what we're talking about here, which is good. But yeah, I as you say though, that thing where the baseball issue, and I think it should be put in the fucking bin, to be honest, because you got to play the moment properly. You can't just keep smacking it every time. You can't. You know, you got to play the situation. It's actually like what Stokes and who's the other guy, Jax, was playing at the end there. They were playing sensibly. And you know, not going after it all the time and trying to stay in there and defend or play, you know, ones and twos and get, you know, sensibly. That's how you should do it. And then of course Stokes came out with that thing about weak mentality. I can't have weak minded people here. But you're still the problem, Stokesy, because you said all this, shit as well. You're a hypocrite. And you're going on about those legends that have all done it before you. You have not done it like they have done it before you, both of them. Boycott, Willis, whatever. All these other people that have been there, seen it and done it. And you're calling them has-beens as well. I fucking hate that, and I called him out. I will call him out for that.
But you're spot on, mate. That's what I'm talking about, the arrogance of some of these players. And it's him that I'm talking about because that was bang out of order when he made those comments. And then there's that other one, I can't remember who it was, when he was going on like about 6-7 months ago, when he was going, well, it don't matter what's going on now, it's what happens when we get to the test series. You remember that?
I'm trying to think who you talking about there, mate, but
I can't remember the guy's name, but he made this really like derogatory comment about playing for the team and it not mattering. And like, I was thinking, well, no, mate, it actually does matter. Every time you represent your country, it does matter.
Of course it does. And you know, if you don't want to be, if you don't think that, why are you there? You shouldn't be there. You should piss off and not play.
Exactly.
As I'm concerned. So, you're back, Hanno. Anyway, what are you made about all this, mate? What we've been talking about? Heard about anyway.
Nah, the thing with England for me is like you've got the players. It's just about using them correctly. And I think also some of the players being overhyped a bit too much. Harry Brooks. I think they third best batter in the world, apparently. Isn't even England's third best batter. So yeah. But I think there's more than just one solution to the England problem. And I don't think it's just in terms of the players that are crap and stuff because they aren't informed. But I think it's more structural issue. And yeah,
Mm.
I think that's the main thing for me. I think structurally,
Yeah.
the England as a whole is in a deep problem.
But the fact is, though, I know Australia have done more things right than we have overall, and yet they're not the best. They're not the best Australian team that they've ever had. Yes, they still got good players. And Travis Head, you got Steve Smith, Labuschagne, a lot of good bowlers. Stark is amazing still, fantastic bowler, I think, awesome. And what is he? 35? Is he now 36? Mark Mitchell Stark. He's still great. Hazelwood, you could say, is still a great bowler. Lyon, great spinner. They still got some great players there, let's be honest. But overall, they used to have, I think they were one of the best ever teams in the world at one stage. When you think about Warne and Lee and McGrath and Gillespie and Ponting, and the list goes on and on, doesn't it? How many great players they used to have. But now I think they're sort of an average team. They're a good, decent team, but I think they were there for the taking, and I think England wasted their two big opportunities here to really, go for the jugular and go for them, and beat, as Warren was saying about that pink ball. They could have done that. They could have played that game and got prepared for the pink ball game, and there wasn't. There was too blasé. They were too arrogant, saying, "Oh, we got it right. We'll still be fine when it comes to it. There's nothing, no problem. We've done everything right. We don't have to train. We don't have to bother." And that's totally blew up in our faces, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah, no, it has. I mean, in terms of how the Ashes has gone, I wouldn't say Australia have played better. Of course, I think just that one innings in the first test of Travis Head, that was really good from him.
Yeah.
And Mitchell Stark, that's the way he took all those wickets. Other than that, I just think Australia had a better temperament almost as compared to you guys, because if you look at is it the first test or the let me quickly check. But they had a target. If you look at the second test, that first Australian innings, it wasn't that they batted that well, maybe. Like they batted well, but they didn't do anything out of magnificent. They had 260s and 170. Sorry, 360s and 170. But if you look at how many balls each one faced, the guy that faced the least balls was Brendan Doggett, 21 balls. Then you've got Josh Inglis at 25. Mind you, both of them got double figures as well. So Josh Inglis got 23 of 25, which is really good. And Brendan Doggett, who came in at number 11, got 13 of 21. So if you compare that to England's first innings, except Zach Crawley, and Joe Root, who both faced 90 plus deliveries. The next one is Ben Stokes of 49. You look at Australia first innings, he only faced more balls than three of the Australian guys.
And they all got double figures as well, didn't they? Every single player for them double figures.
Yeah, 4 of the Australian guys. Sorry, 4.
That is pathetic. That is embarrassing, isn't it? So, they all got double figures. We had 3 players, I think, that got, of course, Joe Root with that big 100, of course.
And so, only, if we look at it, only Okay, let's count 30 and above.
Mm.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 of you guys in the second test in the first innings face more than 30 deliveries. And 30 deliveries is what? That's 5 overs?
Yeah.
Like, facing 5 overs, come on. Like, test cricket, you just block that. Or you block, and then get to the area and let your partner face. But if you look at Australia, the only guys that got less than 30 is 1, 2. 2 of the guys got less than 30.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the problem lies.
Yeah. Yeah. And the patience, there's no patience there. There's no strength to say, oh, look, we've toughed this out. We keep going. And they get out too easy. There's get-out shots all the time. Harry Brook, every time. He's getting out cheaply. It was terrible shots. When it comes to it, when he should have stayed there and helped Root and all that, and then the others coming in, he got out. He found himself just going after one again and getting out, and it's the same old story, you know. That you play the situation, you play the moment, and their brains are gone. They're brainless. They're not thinking. Just because it's baseball, you still got to think about it. You still got to play the situation, and say, oh well, look, I need to be there to help these. Because it was coming down. What was it? A couple of lights were coming on and everything, wasn't it? When the lights were coming on with the pink ball, and that's when it moves about more, isn't it? And all that, and that's when he should have been staying there.
See, the thing is, Steve, it's all very well and good playing this aggressive baseball style cricket, right? But sometimes you need to be a bit conservative. You need to have a bit of Jeffrey Boycott about you, and just play shots where you're not going to get out, right? Don't go playing stupid shots. Be intelligent and think about what you're doing, and you'll end up getting more runs that way.
There's no patience anymore. That's the thing, isn't it, with these players nowadays?
I wouldn't even say that they need to play crazy more shot. Like, just don't try it every ball for boundary.
No. You pick your moment. You pick when it's right and when it's not. Yeah.
And I think that is we maybe the lack of practice, lack of preparation. Lack of preparation. Can't speak. But yeah, you guys know what I mean. Has affected them, and because of this baseball style, maybe some of the England players have neglected the order of the technique. Because if you look at the technique of some of the England players, it's absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
If you look at Ollie Pope, aka Lollipop. Like the Lollipop is well, it's got red hair. His name is he's got he's got red hair, man.
He's like red lollipop. He's going to be out every time. He looks like not good at comfortable at the crease, does he? He always looks like frantic.
See, the thing is, lads, as well. I mean, we can talk about all of this, but I think the biggest problem, that England have got is they're not bringing out the drinks with the gin and tonic in it anymore.
I think we need drinks after strong ones after that.
that story about Tuppers, right? And he was out in the field, and they brought the drinks out, and he's brought out this thing for him to drink, and he said he picked the wrong one, and it had gin and tonic in it. And then Agus was going on about how they used to bring out a drink that was a mixture of milk and Coke. That sounds absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
But yeah, I suppose anything that wakes them up makes them play a bit better. But
Well, yeah, they certainly do need to do something because they can't keep playing like that, Steve. But I can guarantee you, come tomorrow when they go out on the field, they're gonna do. They're gonna do it again.
because the thing is, if we lose this one, it's all over, isn't it? We ain't going to
Yeah.
get the action back at all. And looking at the moment, we don't deserve to either. We really don't deserve to the way it's going.
Mate, I'm telling you now, it's going to be 5-0.
Mm.
I'm sorry, but it is.
Yeah.
There's too many issues with that team for them to not come away with a 5-0 defeat in their back pocket.
Mm.
Because the Aussies are going to get stronger. This is the thing. We need to keep bearing that in mind that they're going to get stronger. They're not going to get weaker.
No,
The only thing that could save England is if the Aussies just decide to switch off because they've won the Ashes. Say they win the next one, right? The one that's starting tomorrow. If they go 3-0 up, then they might just decide, let's put some youngsters in and because they don't matter after that. The next two are just basically in football terms, it'd be like football terms, like friendlies, pre-season game. Because the thing's won. It's the dead rubbers. So they might just decide to throw a few kids in. Do you know what I mean? But knowing the Aussies, they won't. I don't think they will do that, but they might.
Well,
Because they will want to go for the jugular.
They'll be ruthless, mate. They'll be ruthless. And we won't. We're not like that. We're just not like that. When we're there on their throats, the foot's on their throat, we don't go all the way and stamp down all the way on their throat and smash it. It's terrible. We just can't do it. And
that is why I want people like Tuffers and I want
Vaughan,
Peterson and Michael Vaughan involved with running English cricket. I want Vaughan running it, being the top dog. But the other two, I want them involved in the coaching and the development and training of these players so that this nonsense stops.
And I want Trott as coach. I think Jonathan Trott, he's a very good coach. He's a good player for England. He was never, the most exciting player to watch at times for England. But he made loads of runs, Jonathan Trott. And he was found out in the end because they started bouncing him and he didn't like playing ball shots. And that's the only thing that he failed on, was doing pull shots and was getting out. But I think he's great for Afghanistan as head coach. I think is he still there? He's still there, isn't he, Hannah? Trott?
Yeah, he should still be there. Particularly John, I'll check, but I think he should still be there. I think it's one of the next years. Then he's gonna leave. I think that.
But you see what he's done with him.
Yeah, no, he's still there.
Because they're a good team, Afghanistan, but they're not. He's taken to the next level, hasn't he? Really, and got them playing above their sort of level. They're a decent team, but they're not one of the biggest teams, best teams in the world. But they somehow do it, and they beat England. Was it recently was it the World Cup or whatever?
Yeah.
They beat.
Yeah, he's gonna leave them after the T20 World Cup.
Well, this is what I'm talking about, Steve. There's like losing that game against Afghanistan. It just shows you the lack of apathy and acceptance of mediocrity in that ECB. The whole lot of them need to go, mate, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
All of them.
That's my next question, actually, Warren. The ECB are from the Stone Age and are run badly, but can anything be done? And will it?
The answer to that one is, mate, yes. And the second half of the question, no. The ECB are from the Stone Age. They are run badly, But can anything be done about it? The way it is at the moment, I don't think it can, because turkeys don't vote for Christmas. The only way it's going to happen is if the fans start kicking off and boycotting the matches, don't buy the merch and whatever, if there is any merch. I don't know if there is or there isn't. Like, you know, members don't renew their memberships and all this stuff. Like, they need to come together and just really go for them. But I just don't see it happening.
Well, they're all from a time, a bygone era, aren't they? Suit and ties and no women in the long room, all that business and everything. You know, they're just too gone. You know, the time's moved on. Years have gone on. It's moved. It's different now. It's changed, and they won't change with it. And
it's also about the mentality as well. Like that thing, what happened with Australia at Lords, right? When it all kicked off and there were people like frothing at the mouth in the long room when the Aussies was coming in. That summed it all up. It summed it all up because they saw an opportunity and they grabbed it, right?
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's in the rules that they can do that, but it's not cricket, right? And that's the problem. Like, England don't have enough shithousery with them.
No.
Because, like, their attitude will be, well, it's not the dumb thing. It's not cricket. Fuck that. Go out and just win the game. Do whatever it takes to go and win the game.
Well, it's
you know what I mean?
Saying, isn't it? Nice guys always finish last and never win.
Yes.
And that's like out of England. And the Aussies don't pretend to be really nice guys. They want to fucking win. They're ruthless. They don't give a shit about what anything happened. And that was in the rules. They were in their rights to do that, what happened. Okay, it doesn't happen a lot. That's why people looked at it and frowned on it. But yeah, it's in the rules. That is in the fucking rules. And I didn't like it at the time, but then I suddenly thought, well, yeah, maybe that's fine. Maybe that is in the, and it is. Okay, it's an old rule and it's gone, you know, how long cricket's been about. It's right from that very bygone era. That rule was made, but it's there. And they obviously know. The Aussies do know. They know their stuff. They would have known that rule, and Carey would have known that. And Bairstow was just dumb. He was thick to go and do that and just walk out of his crease and think, oh yeah, it's been called and it's dead ball. It's not. And he didn't realise. He just said, well, no, I can go out my crease, and that's what happened.
But why did he do it, Steve? Did anyone actually ask him why he started walking out of his crease?
It was a brain fart, I think, as far as I'm concerned, because
he was an absolute fraud. But to be fair, I think you guys need him in this team still.
Not Bairstow.
Yeah, Bairstow. Because he was one of the reasons you guys done so well in the previous Ashes.
Yeah. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's can hit big. He's great. I don't think he's that great a wicket keeper. I think he's got better wicket keepers than that. But he can do well in the game. I think that bad injury though that made him less of a good fielder. He was a fantastic fielder. But once he got that bad injury, that's hampered him, I think. But, you know, as you say...
Take it like this. You can remove Ollie Pope, put Johnny Bairstow in. Then your batting lineup goes Zach Rowley, Ben Duckett. Then you can put Aaron Brook or Ben Stokes at number 3, Joe Root. Then whoever is there, then you have Johnny Bairstow and then Jamie Smith.
I'm still not sure about Smith, though. I'm still not sure about him as a... I don't think he's a wicket keeper as well, but I know he can go big. He's a big, destroyer of bowling, but but then also he doesn't move over to the ball. That's the problem. He likes to stand there in his crease and not move over and try and keep walloping. You can't just trust that every time. You've got to move over to it, especially if the ball's moving. You've got to be able to go over to it and play it accordingly, you know. And that's why I don't think he's right. I would always go for Ben Foakes. You know this, Hannah. I've mentioned him. I keep mentioning him all the time. Ben Foakes. He's a proper wicketkeeper. And he can bat. He's not a terrible batsman. He's decent with the bat. Okay, he's not dynamic. They dropped him because he's not dynamic, apparently. But he's an absolutely proper wicketkeeper that would do it, catch the ball, and that's they say catches win matches and stumpings and everything like that. And that's proof he's in that. Look at Smith. He dropped some. He done some bad mistakes behind the stumps. And if he'd collected them properly and done things properly, you know, we would have had them. We would have got them out. And yeah, it was bad catch. It wasn't just him. There was other bad drops and bad fielding like Duckett and whatever. But you know, it does help if you have an actual proper wicket keeper. And the guy came back though, and I just think they just discarded him. For I don't know why. I really don't.
So, Steve, you mentioned something there, and I think it's really important, especially in light of what happened in the second test. You were going on about like catches win matches.
Well, they do.
We dropped 5 easy catches.
Yeah, dropped them. Yeah.
In that last test, if those catches had stuck and they'd been made, England would have won it.
Well, yeah. It's talk about ifs again, though, aren't we? A load of ifs, really.
Yeah, I know, but it underlines the point that it's either a matter of technique or it's a matter of concentration.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
either one, whatever it is, it's like it's something that needs to be addressed and can be addressed.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? And
the Aussies were catching all of theirs. Their fielding was amazing. And that run out of, I think it was Stokes, wasn't it? What an idiot. He's trying to do that run. That run was never on. And the guy picks it up. What was his name? Inglis. And he is English. He was born in England. Josh Inglis. Was born in England. And he played for Australia.
So the thing is, as well, Steve, it's about attitude, right? And not switching off, right? And when things go wrong, doing stuff to put it right. Because I can guarantee you, any money you want, that the Aussies, since the last test match, would have been out on the field practicing and practicing and practicing the stuff that didn't go well for them in the second test. So come the third test, starts tomorrow, those mistakes won't be made again. That's another reason why I think that England are going to lose this series 5-0, because England won't do that. They've gone off for like a jolly up for. I just think, I'm sorry, but if that had been me, I've been coaching that team, I would have cancelled those trips and said, no, I'm sorry, we're going in the nets, we're going to practice fielding, we're going to practice the bowling, because that's not acceptable.
It feels like
we're going to have to talk about how we're going to approach playing the game, because we can't keep giving away wickets like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like they let us off. They said they rewarded us for, you know, for that, for being shit and losing. We've still been rewarded, and that shouldn't be the way. You know, I remember, I think it was 2010 or 11, whatever, with Strauss and whatever. They went to a boot camp. Do you remember that? The Army boot camp, and they got toughened up and ready for the game, for the fight. They knew that they had to take the Aussies on and fight them as well as play good cricket.
Because that's the thing, Steve. There's no consequence, right? Like, you know, those players, they know damn well that if they fuck up, they're not gonna get dropped. They're not gonna face the wrath of the head coach or anyone else.
No.
You know, and I'm just thinking, why? Why is that the case? Like, are they too delicate? Because if they are, they shouldn't be in the team.
Yeah, being rewarded for mediocrity, which is not
It
right.
is mediocrity. It's piss poor. Excuse my French, but it is. It's piss poor. Like the way they lost both of those games. Like, I was just looking at the scores, right? I'm going to read out the scores for England's first innings in that second test, right?
It won't make good
The
reading.
ones that scored, right, the batsmen that scored less than 30 runs. We had Duckett, Duck, Pope, Duck,
Yeah,
Stokes, 19,
yeah,
Smith, Duck,
yeah.
Jacks, 19, Atkinson, 4, Cars, Duck. Mate, I'm sorry, but that's not good enough. Like
No.
the Aussies, every single one of them scored at least 10.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that is the difference. They're playing sensibly and not throwing away their wickets. So, you know, I'm sorry, mate. I'm baffled by it, and I'm baffled why they're so stubborn that they're just refusing to change their approach. Right? If it was a game of football and you were like leaving the left-hand side of the defence open, and you would keep the opposition kept going down that side and scoring goals as a consequence of it. Half time comes, you're going to be saying to them, right, someone needs to shore up that left-hand side. You, Ronnie, move your effing arse and make sure they don't keep coming down that left-hand side. Do you know what I mean? But they just go, no, it's just the way we play. No, sorry. You know, you need to play with a bit more maturity and stop giving away wickets. It's not acceptable, mate. I'm sorry. It needs to be changed.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But we had a bit of a talk here in the live chat, a bit of a conversation, talking about Hanno there, about where he's been. And he has been studying, hasn't you, Hanno? So it's not just trying to hide because of Chelsea or whatever, don't do badly or whatever, is it? But yeah, so anyway, but thanks to everyone that's in there. Luca, obviously, Mel is in there, and who else there? Jordan. Rich is in there as well. He's there now. Getting a few in here now, lads, so that's good. Yeah, a lot of good comments there. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, you have to focus on the studies, mate. It's important, isn't it? The school.
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly. Well, you can. I was never really great at school, so they ain't done me too bad. Done me too wrong. But anyway, back to this. I mean, yeah. So what are we going to do? What are we going to say with this, lads? I mean, ECB. What can be done?
Liquidate them. I'm not joking, Steve. I think they should be liquidated and a new organisation set up because it's rotten to the core. It keeps happening, Steve. Series after series after series. Like in the last 4 years, how many test series have they actually won?
Not many.
But exactly, that's my point. It's a shambles, mate. Yes, I know they beat India, or did they draw with India? I can't remember. Right, but it was a good performance, right?
They
But
drew
let's
at
not
home.
forget, the Indians weren't. We were at home, and not only that, the Indians had several star players missing or who had just recently retired.
Yeah, it's still a good team though.
Yeah,
They were still a good
exactly.
team.
But
Take it
like,
from me, India are horrible.
Yeah, well,
Test cricket, yes.
you
Test
beat Reece,
cricket, they
didn't you,
are
Hannah?
horrible. The
Mm.
other two, they okay. They're good. They're good in the other two formats. Well,
Yeah, well, you beat Reece in South Africa and that, beating you.
yeah.
So,
Clean sweep as well in India. That's crazy.
yeah,
the-
they're probably not great. I mean, Gambia probably should go, shouldn't he? You think?
Yeah. There's lots of it on Gambia.
But how did we only draw? So we should have beat
it
them,
is a
really.
massive mess, mate. I'm sorry, but it is. And all this business about not allowing women in the long room, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop all this business about having to wear ties and all the rest of it. Yeah, it looks all very nice and all the rest of it, and the tradition is good. I'm big on tradition. I like it.
Yeah,
But I'm always banging on about tradition to do with Arsenal and whatnot because that's one of my biggest gripes about the club. But it's also got to move forward with the times, and they're not. They're not, and it's impacting on the team.
yeah,
Do you know, 'cause they're getting whacked left, right, and centre.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's the whole thing's got to be changed. It's got to be screwed up and thrown in the bin with the ECB and brought into modern times because that's what it is. It's modern now. It's not. We're not back there in the past. You know,
No.
it's modern now, and it's got to be run accordingly. But how does that happen? It's got to be new people brought in, I suppose. That's all we can do.
Well, that's what I've said to you. I want Michael Vaughan in. Like, first thing I'd like to see him do is do a root and branch investigation into the state of English cricket and make an action plan with recommendations for improvement. Because I have a suspicion that grassroots level cricket in this country is a shambles. Because otherwise, it all goes from there. If the roots are rotten, then the rest of it's going to be rotten. And it is, mate. I mean, there's no reason why England shouldn't be able to compete with the best countries in the world. But the sad state of the sad situation is that they're not. I mean, look what's happening in Australia. They're like, it's like basically almost a second string team, and they're getting ripped to shreds. I mean, God help them when Cummins and the other one comes back.
Well,
Do you know what I mean? They're going to get absolutely ripped to shreds, mate. I'm telling you. And that they're going to come home with a 5-0 defeat on their CVs if they're not careful.
And that's something I didn't think actually would happen. I didn't think at 5-0, but as you say, it's looking increasingly likely the way it's going. But is there any actual hope here, lads, that we could get at least come back to 2-1? Could we even get level? Not really.
Well, if the Aussies come out on the pitch and they're pissed, Steve, yeah, possibly. Do you know what I mean? But they could. I mean, if like a miracle happens and Stokes and
youngsters or something,
they all put in barnstorming performances, but can you see that happening?
Not really. I just can't.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have another good performance. Stokes will probably try hard, but he'll get fucking taken out for 19 runs like he did the last time, or 10 or something like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm coming increasingly round to the idea that man should be taken out and left out of the team.
Yeah. Well, he says all the
What
wrong
is he
things
actually
as well.
contributing to the team, Steve?
No, nothing really. I just think the things he comes out with, it hasn't endeared him to anyone, Stokes, with what he's saying and all that, you know?
No, because he's just backing what he's just saying what he's been told to say by the head coach. That's what I think.
And that thing with Triscoffic as well. I think they threw him to the wolves, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
And just told him to say all that. It was a PR talk. And it was all wrong, what he was saying.
Because I'm telling you something now, mate. If Michael Vaughan was running English cricket, this shit show would not be happening.
No.
It wouldn't. I can guarantee you, he would not have it.
But the thing is, would they offer it to him, or would they just turn it down, or what? Do you think? I don't think
I don't think they would have him in there because for me, he reminds me a bit of Brian Clough. Right, he would go in there and he would turn that organisation upside down, left and on its side, like demand X, Y, and Z to put it right. And I think they're shit scared of him, if I'm being honest.
But
like the FA were Cloughie, like they should have appointed Cloughie in the mid-70s.
He did things his way, and he didn't care, did he? He didn't give a shit what anybody else thought. And,
if it was any other country in the world, he would have been appointed as the coach.
Yeah, it would have been England manager. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he should have been right. But he reminds me a little bit. There's a little bit of Clough about him. He knows what he's doing, and he's very forthright in his views. And I like that. I rate it. And because the thing is, mate, every time he opens his mouth, he's talking complete sense, and that's what I want at the top of the tree. But like you said, the problem is, where's the motivation for them to do that? Because all these people are going to lose their position on the old gravy train. You know, they're more interested in what's right for them and their bank balance than they are about what the state of English cricket is. Because they're probably over in Australia visiting Sydney Bridge, visiting the Sydney Opera House, going on the old jolly ups, having all these junkets and whatnot. I don't give a shit about what's going on in the test matches, and they certainly don't give a shit about the supporters who spent all that money going out there, hard-earned money, at a time when money is short in this country, and going out there, spending all that money, travelling all that way to support the team. They just don't give a shit, mate, and I find it disgusting. I can feel my blood pressure going up and up and up, because it's just not right, mate. It isn't. These people need to be taken out.
Yeah. They have really dedicated, those fans, the Barmy Army and everything. They go everywhere with them, And I think
one of the roles I'd like Phil Tufnell to get involved in is act as a go-between between the Barmy Army and the ECB. No, because you saw that business when he was in that bar with them, and they were singing that, "One Philip Tufnell, one Philip Tufnell, walking along, singing a song, walking in Tufnell Wonderland," and he was just getting involved in it and joining in. He's got a good rapport with the fans, right? And I think it's important that it has to be there, right? So
he was an amazing player. He was a decent spinner, but I don't think he was that great. He weren't a great fielder, was he?
No, and he weren't any good at batting either, was he?
He was a coward, wasn't he? They called him the bunny, didn't they? When he was coming in, he was a bunny in the headlights, rabbit in the headlights.
But he knows what he's talking about, Steve. Yeah. That's the thing. Exactly, and he was he was a decent bowler. You don't get England caps if you're a crap bowler, do you?
No.
So I just think I'd like to see him coaching some of the bowlers, particularly the spinners, and I'd like to see him as a a go-between between the fans and the likes of the ECB. That in my dream world, which would be like Peterson and Michael Vaughan, because I'd like to see a board of them, like say about 5 or 6 of them, where they meet regularly and have meetings about English cricket and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And have head honcho, which would be Michael Vaughan, and then have the likes of Tufnell acting as go-between between the fans, because I think the fans' voice needs to be heard, and Tuffers can bring that to the table as well as his like coaching ability. I mean, because I don't know if he's ever coached before, but I'd like to give him the chance.
I don't think he has coached, but yeah, it's always a first time, and I think he'd do well for England. So, why not? But it has got to be sorted, isn't it? Let's be honest. Everything's got to
Well,
be.
it can't go on like this, Steve, can it? I mean, it's
We're going to go through the same old thing. It's Groundhog Day every time with it.
yeah.
We're never going to win anything again. We're never going to be, because we were top for a while, England. When we were beating Australia and teams like that, South Africa. I know, sorry to mention that. And when we were beating you, and
I remember, we went to the West Indies and we hadn't won out there for years and years and years. Michael Vaughan got made captain, and we went out there and we won. And then we went on this winning run, and we ended up becoming #1 team in the world. And we were there for a good couple of years under his stewardship. And that's why I wanted him at the top. Because one, he knows what he's talking about, and he knows how to lead people. You can see that. Like you only have to watch him talking for like 5-10 minutes to realise that he's a natural born leader. So I think it's something needs to happen. We can't continue like this, Steve.
What would you got anything to throw in with that for that, Hanno? What would you say? Would you agree with that? Or
I would say just changes.
Yeah, simple as that. Yeah.
Just overall, just need an overall. Because it's very toxic, and change is needed. I think change is needed, especially if you lose this third one. Then I think there's gonna be some serious questions. Like there is already now, but on another level.
Heads will roll, you'd say, yeah. They should. But why does it take this to happen to do it, though? Why do we have to wait till now to look for another disaster, another epic, defeat, Ashes defeat?
See, this is the thing, because I have a feeling what's tomorrow, it's Tuesday, isn't it, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Right. So given this by the second day of this upcoming test, I think we could be in a seriously dodgy position. If the game's not lost by then I think by the third day it will be. Right?
Yeah.
And then that's when things need to happen. But the problem is you're relying. The problem we've got, Steve, is that we're relying on the people in the ECB to hold their hands up and say, yeah, actually, we're not managing this very well. It's time for someone to hand the reins over to someone else, because I just don't think they'll do it.
Yeah.
They're so arrogant and stubborn that I just do not believe for 1 minute that they're going to accept the fact that it's a shit show and that they're going to pass the reins over, because I have no confidence in this team whatsoever. I've got no confidence that they will go out and win against any Test playing team.
Mm.
I
Well,
honestly
yeah.
don't. I know
Easier
that
for
sounds
West
wild,
Indies. Yeah.
but that's what from what I've seen. I just don't see it happening.
Mm. Well, we beat the easier teams like West Indies now, are not the team they used to be. But
I'm not convinced they'll beat them, Steve. I really don't. I think if they were to play the West Indies now, I think they'd struggle.
well, we beat them in that. Was it that 3 test? Was it 3 tests or 2 tests we played earlier this year?
Yeah, that's right. They did, but I'm not, mate. Listen, particularly if it's in the West Indies, I think it would be a major. We'll have major difficulty with them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But if it's at home, potentially they would win. But
I thought we beat New Zealand. Was it New Zealand?
I'm not convinced, Steve. I just don't see.
Where's the New Zealand one? In New Zealand.
No, I don't. I definitely don't think they beat New Zealand. I think they get whacked by them as well.
If it's
I
in
think
New Zealand, I
are decent.
don't know. I don't think you won.
Huh?
Well, if it's outside of New Zealand, if it's in England, you could win.
Yeah, I think then we beat them in England. I think what was that? Was it 3 tests or something we played against them?
No,
It's
it's in England. So
yeah, but in New Zealand, like, as you say, I mean, that one recently, was it the one days or T20s, whatever we played there, and we lost that. We lost that series, didn't we? Recently.
The problem we've got, Steve, is I know damn well what the mentality would be if they were to play, I don't know, a West Indies or a New Zealand or a Sri Lanka. They'd go into the game and they'd be saying in their head, oh, we don't have to really bother that hard because we'll beat them. We're England. We can beat them easily. Don't matter.
Yeah.
Whereas the opposition would be going, right, okay, we're playing England. Come on, let's show them. Right? And it's this whole business about the arrogance again, Steve. It's a killer. It really is a killer.
Yes.
And it's a big problem.
But I don't know what they're going to do. It's just all got to be changed, as we said. There's got to be something new and scrapped. It's got to all be started again. But will it though, or will it just keep going on the same way?
Well, the problem is all the time they keep McCullum like as the head coach, it will, because he just refuses to accept the fact that baseball don't work.
Well, he's got to go then, I think. As far as I'm concerned, he's got to go. That's why he's going to keep thinking, and it's not worked. Well, how long has it been? Is it 3 or 4 years now? He's been in the role. I think it's been.
But the thing is, wasn't it the case that they've had this plan for the last 3-4 years about coming to Australia to win the Ashes? Everything has built up to this moment. So if that's the case, then it's failed and he's got to go.
Yeah, because he's been here long enough, and I just feel it's not. I mean, he says there's been some moderate success, and I thought, well, where has there been success?
Well, exactly. I'd like to see him put under pressure and question properly. And not send other people out to press conferences and cover his arse.
Come out and do it yourself, mate. Have the
balls to come out onto the pitch and go over to the fans and apologise to them properly.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, that is not acceptable. Because it's not like they've gone over to, I don't know, Holland maybe or somewhere. I'm just trying to think of where the nearest test playing country is to England, because most of them are quite a distance. But dare say the Dutch, because they used to play cricket to a high level.
Well, we played in Ireland. Ireland recently when we went to Ireland, because they sort of playing tests a little bit now.
Well, exactly. So it's not like they're going to over to Ireland and like competing against them and like it's not so far. I mean, even that is like it's not acceptable because it's expensive, like hotels and all the rest of it. But like going to Australia, it's the other side of the world. It takes almost a day to get there, and the money involved as well. You're talking several £1,000s. And like to not even apologise to these people.
Right.
It's not acceptable. And the other thing is, these fans are going out there and they're giving them incredible support. When the game's on, all you can hear in the background is the Barmy Army.
Oh, brilliant!
And it's brilliant.
Mate. They are fucking brilliant, mate. The Barmy Army, they're amazing.
But the thing is, Steve, everyone loves them all around the world, wherever they go. Like whoever team they play, they're like everyone loves them. Do you know what I mean? It's just amazing. And I think it's terribly sad, and I think it's wrong, and I think it's disgusting.
But this brings me to my last question and the blueprint here. If we could follow a blueprint of what other countries do, I'm going to start with you, this Hanno, being from South Africa. How are things run in other countries like South Africa, India, New Zealand, etc.? How is it run in your country, cricket?
So for us, of course, Graham Smith took over as the CEO of Cricket South Africa. So that's number one. So we got somebody new in. We also got cash in more money in as well. Then we also got a new coaching. That was also the big thing. So yeah. We made more profits. We also got more deals. So in terms of what helped us was the SA20 when that started, but it all started since Graham Smith took over. He was like the main guy ever since he's taken over. It's turned around.
He's a great player as well, by the way, Graham Smith, wasn't he? Top player, And he knows how to run it. He's had that experience. He's been there and seen it and done it as well.
So of course, there's lots of corruption and stuff, mismanagement, and from 2018 to 2020, and then Cricket South Africa just lost more money, and the old T20 league just didn't deliver fans anymore. So there was a complete reset where the entire board was restructured, and new directors were appointed with corporate and legal experience as well. New CEO, new management, which was Graham Smith, was part of that. So then they decided to come up with a new strategy. So now it's run more like a business. So they have set strategy, they oversee finances and hold executives accountable, the directors. Then the CEO and executive team, they run the day-to-day things and handle the commercial deals, your scheduling, your high performance and domestic structures. That is something Graham Smith will be involved in terms of your domestic structures, commercial deals, sponsorships, scheduling. Then they created the SA20, which was backed by IPL franchise owners. That was probably our biggest turning point. We're now in season 4, I think, of the SA20.
Yeah.
Say 20 is it season 2 or season 4? When did it start? It started in 2023, so 2023, 2024, 2025 this season. So this year, yeah, this is the 3rd season. So yeah, and then revenue started to flow. Of course, you guys will remember last year we just couldn't. We needed more money, so we decided to scrap the New Zealand tour. So and we sent a bunch of youngsters and stuff to New Zealand. So in terms of the structure, the national teams, the coaches, in terms of test and white ball, they have more control. So the coaches handle, which is Shukri Conrad. So he will handle which players are allowed to come in, which players he wants, and stuff like that. And then central contact, and then our domestic cricket. That is what Cricket South Africa oversees. So we've got a Division 1 and Division 2 provincial teams, or 4-day, 1-day, and T20 competitions. I would say the broadcast for that needs to be worked on. So yeah, but I would say that, and then, but still a major pillar we need to do is the development of youth level. So yeah, but it's basically been all transformation. It's been all reset since it all happened, which has led to more success for us.
Yeah, it sounds really, really well run in your country there, Hanno. It sounds brilliant. Like, proper people in charge and know what they're doing. And unfortunately with us, it's not. But is there anything you think could be done better, or are you happy with the way it's run?
I think domestic cricket, I think more broadcasting of that and more advertising of that. In terms of domestic cricket, I think that is one thing needs to improve. Because you don't see the domestic cricket being improved, talked about that like it was. It's more the only domestic cricket now is SA20. But the other stuff you don't really see. So I think if they can broadcast that a bit more, and I think broadcasting of that and more publicity of that as well. Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, do you think that's been integral in your rise again, your nation's rise in the winning?
Yeah, no, it has.
I mean, the women have done well as well, haven't they?
Yeah, the woman has done well as well. So no, it has been. Like we wouldn't be where we are now if it didn't all happen.
Yeah. So, what do you think, though, Warren? What do you think about all that? Could England learn from this? What Hanno's saying there?
Definitely. I just want to see people who have played the game running it and who talk sense and have got experience of playing at the highest level, because from what I can see from the outside looking in, I just don't think that's the case. I think, it's more there. They're more there because of the old school tie network. And I think that that cancer runs deep in English cricket. I really do. I think, it's a massive, massive problem. And
Well, it's the point,
it's not
isn't it?
only a problem in English cricket, mate. It's a big problem in culturally in different like organisations, like in the City of London as well, and it's terrible. It really is terrible, and the problem is now that these teams are all getting very professional and whatnot, and it won't be long. I don't think it'll be long before we see South Africa as world champions at cricket, world champions at rugby, and the football team ain't far behind either. You watch them in the World Cup, this upcoming World Cup, they're going to do bits, mate, when that World Cup comes round. Because their coach, the South African, the Bafana coach, is top quality, mate. He really is. He really knows what he's talking about. I don't know what you think about him, Hannah. I think he's top coach.
Yeah, no, he's a very good coach. The only thing I'm not as involved with the football over here in terms of the whole situation, but there are a few guys, people that I know that don't like him that much because of some of his decisions that he makes in terms of selecting players and stuff like that. So yeah, but of what I've seen in terms of us playing and stuff, I think it's very good.
That business with that player turning up late or something that happened recently. The reason I know all this, Hanno, is because one of my mates is a South African guy from Soweto, right? He's a Pirates fan, and he's been going on at me about it. There's that player who turned up, and he was really angry. He gave a press conference, and he was going on about nonsense that he got sent in a text message from Pirates. So, but yeah, no, I think they're going to do really well, mate. And if they keep going the way they are, I think they're going to be like a really strong soccer playing nation. Because you've already world champions at rugby union. I don't see that changing anytime soon. I think the only real threat that you're going to have in terms of rugby union is from South Africa. Sorry, not South Africa, from New Zealand.
But to be fair,
because you won't have Ireland are going through a transitional period. Scotland,
England.
No, mate, I don't rate them. I think they're overrated.
I think they're overrated, but I think they are the best of a bad bunch because New Zealand there's too many problems.
The French could cause a problem.
The French, the thing is, we are not the French. Like we've beaten them now twice in France. So,
yeah. But
I'm not
yeah,
about France anymore. But they are very good.
To answer your question, though, Steve, I think they could do. They could do because it sounds to me that they've set up this organisation really well. They've got proper people in proper positions doing a good job. Whereas with us, it's not the case.
I mean, obviously, you said about India there. They're actually not doing too well, are they? They're in a bad way, actually, with their team at the moment. The head coach is a problem, isn't it? And other stuff there. I think they've got to sort that out as well. So they're not actually doing that well. India.
There's Pakistan as well. They're in a bit of a mess, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they are. So,
and West Indies.
West Indies are really bad now. I mean, they somehow, at times though, they have been amazing. I mean, when they beat Australia, was it last year or was it this year?
Last
When they
year.
beat Australia in the test test
Last
series.
year.
Or something. Was it last year? Yeah. I see, and
So
that was
that's
in the people.
team that I really like England to take a close look at is Australia. See what is it that they're doing? Because it's like a production line, and it has been for like the last 20, 30 years.
And those women, the women team,
doing? Huh?
The women's team, the Australian team as well, they're brilliant.
So why is it? I know that they've got like this outdoor culture out there, and that helps. But there must be something about the way they coach people.
Yeah.
And the way that, because I can guarantee you they haven't got some people sitting at the top of Australian cricket who haven't got a clue and are like making mad ass decisions. I guarantee it. And I can guarantee you something else as well. If Michael Vaughan was Australian and Peterson was Australian and Tuffers was Australian, they wouldn't be sitting doing punditry work on the TV or radio.
No,
they'd be involved in Australian cricket.
Of course they would. Of course they would. They don't disrespect their legends, do they? They know their game. They knew what they've done over the years, what they achieved, and they know they can give it back to the country and what they do. And England, well, just ignore it. Just ignore them. They've gone. They're in the past. What they've done, it don't matter. It's in history.
Because the thing is, I've been watching that thing, like Stick to Cricket on YouTube, right? And I've got a strong suspicion that if Michael Vaughan had been on this panel tonight, he would have been saying more or less exactly the same as what we've been saying.
Shame couldn't get him on here, right? That would have been fucking brilliant.
It would have been brilliant. I would have loved to have got him on here. It would have been amazing. Or Jeffrey, or Sir Jeffrey, give him the respect he deserves.
My day, I could play a lot better than these lot. I've stayed in there for ages playing that. Long innings. Yeah. They're bloody weak. They're bloody useless now. But
he's a big mate of Cluffies. Did you know that?
He's a what?
Jeffrey Boycott was a big mate of Brian Clough's.
Oh, Brian, yeah, I know, yeah. I remember him saying, I think he was on something recently talking about that. Him and Brian.
Yeah.
What they used to do. And it's funny, but yeah, I think he's another great. He would be brilliant for the game as well for England cricket, Jeffrey Boycott. But I know they're going to say, "Oh, look, is he getting on for 90 odd? He's got to be nearly 90 odd now, hasn't he?" But
yeah, he's not being worried.
Though, you know, he still knows it.
Yeah, he does know it. But he could be a consultant or something, and they could just bring him in every now and again when it's an important issue. Like, you know, because I just think he's too old, Steve, unfortunately, and he's not well, unfortunately, the poor guy, you know.
He's not great, not doing too well. But yeah, he was a legend, though, absolute great at cricket. And
I tell you what I've been impressed with. I wasn't too. I've never really warmed to him before, but since I've been watching that show, I've been really impressed with Alistair Cook. Because I just thought, when I was watching cricket, whenever I saw him play, I always saw him getting cheaply, until he played one test once and he got over 200.
Yeah, he could grind it out a bit. That's the thing, you know. He could grind the innings out. I mean, whatever you say, they said, he's limited with his shots and everything else, but he could actually grind the innings out. And try and be patient.
Well, that's what we need, Steve. We need someone like that, not someone who's going to come out there and think he's playing fucking baseball or something.
Yeah, I know. It's
Not
all
always do.
right. Yeah, when you try and come down and try and smack these fast boulders, and they want to hit you even more in the head, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go fucking marching down the wicket after some Australian bowler.
Yeah, and you tried doing that, didn't you, Warren? You tried coming
Yeah, I
down
did.
back in.
I smacked him. First ball, bang, 4. Next ball, I went walking down the fucking wicket, and they went sailing past my head. The next time, I tried it again, and next thing you know, the stumps are flying up in the air. So that was that.
It's a difficult thing to do over 90 miles per hour to face a delivery like that. isn't it?
No, definitely not.
No, mate. But anyway, fellas, let's go into what do we think we're going to end with the sort of preview review of this final. Well, preview for the final, not final, third test. It could be the final one if England lose. But what do we think is going to happen here? What do you think, Hanno? What's your prediction for the third one?
Being played in Adelaide, usually made for batters. Adelaide, if I remember correctly. It's gonna be hard to look past an Australia win because they've got Pat Cummins back.
Yeah.
Kovac is probably back as well. So yeah, I think Cummins being back is a massive lift for them. So yeah, Bill Whips is also in there.
Yeah.
I think Australia chase down the target on day 4. I think you guys bet first, and you probably get around 200. And Australia chase that down. They get around 3, between 300 and 400, more on the 350 side. And then you set them a target of around 250, and they chase that down day 4.
So you think it might actually last 4 days, though, you were saying there? You think it could last 4 days?
I think 4 days. 4 days.
At least. 4 days. Yeah. Which would make a change, wouldn't it? I mean, well, that last one lasted 4 days, but I just, as you say, I don't think there's any hope for us here. I just don't know. I can't see it. What about you, Warren? What are you going to
Well, I know the last one lasted 4 days, but let's be honest, mate, that was a major stroke of luck because it could have been over in 3. Like, do you know what I mean? I think, what was it, they had 70 get to win. Right, and it was only because the tail put up a stiff resistance for a change. But I given the fact that they're going to be stronger this time, and the last 2 tests they've absolutely ripped us to shreds. I think honestly, mate, I think it's going to be an innings defeat.
Do
you know what I mean? Like, I think they're going to absolutely wipe the floor with them. If Cummins is on top form, mate, we ain't got prayer. It's as simple as that. Because he'll go through that batting order like a dose of salts.
Yeah. Well, you think of their bowlers are just so much more dangerous than ours at times, and even the so-called weaker ones are still good enough to get us out. So I just don't see any hope. Hold out any hope, and I think if it does happen, I think they should be got rid of a lot of them. McCullum, Stokes, whatever.
Yeah, mate. I'd be up to feeding them to the crocs, mate. If they put another innate performance in, some of these players need to seriously need to be held to account. I'm not messing about, Steve. Right? This
No, I
like
agree.
this couldn't care less attitude has got to stop. Right? And I don't care how talented they are. If they don't put in the effort
Yeah.
and don't show a bit of spirit, then they've got to be dropped. They've got to be axed because they've got to send out a strong message that this isn't going to be tolerated. Because the problem with it, Steve, is that if one player does it and the rest of the squad seeing them get away with it, they're all going to do it.
Yeah, well, you can't have. It's not like a one-man team. You can't have Joe Root doing something every time, or even Stokes.
No, exactly. That's my point. It's like
don't work like that. The whole team's got to pull in. They got to pull for it. I mean, look, the Aussies, they all pull together. They play as a country, as a nation. We play like strangers with each other sometimes. It's just not right. It's not good enough.
No, it's not good enough. And I said to you before, Steve, I think some of them, they just don't care. They don't care about pulling on the shirt and all the rest of it. And that is damning. Now, they've some of them have got similar attitude, as far as I can see, as Ben White has.
Ben Shite, yeah.
Yeah, but nothing's true. He doesn't even want to play for his country. And if they lose this one, if I was the coach, I'd be sitting them down in the dressing room saying, right, how many of you actually want to play for this team? Because you've got the opportunity to put your hand in there. Nothing can be said. If you don't want to play, you can go. Right, and we won't mention anything of it. We'll make up some excuse and so you can go home and whatnot with a bit of pride intact and see where you go. Because I can see, I'm not going to name names, but a few of you aren't putting the effort in. And I'm not willing to accept it. The ones I've got in mind, if you don't stand up and put in some effort and start playing with a bit of pride, then you'll never play for this country again. And I'm deadly serious, Steve, because that mentality is rotten and it needs to be eked out. Because I can guarantee you, none of those Aussies will have that attitude.
Yeah. It's all right. Anyway, Hanno's got to go. Do you want to shout your socials out there, Hanno, before you go?
Just Hanno Sports Hub on all socials: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Hanno Sports Hub.
Yeah, nice one, bro. Thanks for coming on as usual. You're always welcome. And thanks for talking about South Africa. Going well, mate.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate
it. Cheers. You take care, man.
Take care.
Big up to your channel. Hope it keeps going well. Top bloke, him. Top nice bloke. Good bloke, Hanno. Young man knows his stuff as well about South Africa and the cricket and everything as well. He knows rugby and a lot of other stuff, football. So he knows sports Chelsea. I don't know what he's doing sporting them. But anyway, but anyway, we have got another comment here as well. Who's this? Ravni Jahal? Is that Ravni Jahal? Evening, English cricket has taken a downfall. I thought there is no more class players coming through. Probably right. He's probably right there. Well, we have got some good players in the county scene, but they don't seem to be looked at. And, you still got the people like the previous ones who are doing it. Hasim Hamid. I believe Bumble was talking about him the other day, Bumble Lloyd. He was talking about him, Hasim Hamid, coming back. And he knows his players, Bumble. He knows them. Yeah. So if he says he should be back in, he's a test cricketer, he should be. Because he's played before and he failed a little bit before. But at the moment, he's ripping it up where he is. And Sibley is another one doing it. Both played for England. So while they're doing these things and on form, they should be getting picked. It's like the football. These players should be getting picked on form, but they're not.
And the other thing is, Steve, why have we not got like a, I don't know, maybe this thing doesn't exist, maybe I'm showing my lack of knowledge, but why is there not an under 21 team or a B team? But like they can go and play like in some of the state sides in these other countries, especially the big ones like Australia and South Africa, where the country's huge. Like when I'm talking about big, I'm talking about geographically. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, they could send out a young team, like another 21s or a B team for some of these players to go and get some international experience playing against international teams, right, and learn their trade. Do you know what I mean? So that when they get called up to play for the proper test team, they don't get phased by it. You know, and like, because honestly, mate, I'm fucking disgusted with some of the performances I've seen being put in, because I think it's shocking. I really do, and I know you've got a similar feeling to it, because it's not acceptable. Like keep getting whacked, like week in, game in, game out, the way they are.
Yeah, exactly. I do agree, buddy. You know that. So he's terrible, and it's got to be done. Something's got to be done, and you got to fine these players if they're not putting it all in. Fine them, because what are they doing for their money? Otherwise, what are they doing?
Yeah, well, I do like I drop them and like suspend them for like a couple of months or 6 months or a year or something.
Yeah.
And like bring in some of these other ones who like ripping it up in the county scene. Let them have a go, because it can't get any fucking worse, can it?
No. And that's the problem with this current team, England line-up, set up. They just wanted to keep going with the same lot. They're so stubborn. The Crawleys and whatever ain't doing it. Duckett and Pope, they're shit. They ain't done it enough. And yet they still keep staying in the team. Nobody else gets picked and replacing them. They're not doing it. And it's terrible.
It's dangerous, Steve, because it's like you create an environment where there's no consequence for poor performance. Exactly. Then that's exactly what it's going to lead to. It's going to lead to poor performance and like not delivering. And this is what's going on, mate.
Yeah. Well, they get too set in it, then they think, oh no, my position's fine. I'm not going to get. Nobody's going to battle me for my fight for my position. That's it. I've got it easy, and then I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything really good, and I'm staying here. It's like fucking Arteta for Arsenal. He'll always be manager, and he should be out. He should be fucking gone by now, shouldn't he? And he ain't done that.
He should never have been fucking appointed in the first place, but that's a different matter, mate. But do you know what I mean? It's fucking shit show, this, mate. Yeah. Like, how many times have we done, when you used to have your cricket channel, every time England played, they were getting whacked. And all we were ever doing was going on there and ranting.
Exactly.
You know, but change does need to come, Steve. It has to. But the problem is it going to happen? Because I just don't. It's like turkeys voting for Christmas. I just don't see any of them on that ECB saying this is going fundamentally wrong. We need like massive revolutionary change in the ECB. Right. The only way it could ever change, I think, is if the Minister for Sport steps in and said this is not acceptable. Something needs to change.
Yeah.
Like, you all need to go. But the thing is, I don't think the Minister for Sport has got any jurisdiction over them. That's the problem. But I don't know where the ECB gets their money from. I don't know whether they get it from the counties or it comes from the government.
They don't fucking deserve it, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, no, that was what I was coming to. wherever it's coming from, if they just cut off the funding and say you people aren't fucking delivering, you've got to go, then that's the only way it's going to change.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because these people, they're not going to walk. They're not going to walk like freely and like voluntarily. They need to be forced out.
Mm. Yeah, of course. Of course. Why would you want to leave a cushy job where you're getting paid loads of money? Of course you wouldn't, would you?
No.
So you got to be fucking forced out, yeah, with an iron bar or a crowbar or something. Get the fuck out there, you know. And you know, it's terrible. You know how they're earning their money for doing fuck all, and they're standing still, and the game's moved on. It's got more modern, and it's not right. It's not fair. It's not good. We're all suffering because of it. These Loyal England fans and the Barmy Army and whatever are all suffering for all this, you know, because it won't be changed. It's the same old, and Groundhog Day, and you know, I just don't know where it's going to end, mate. I don't know.
Well, this is the thing, you know, that's the big unknown, like, variable, isn't it? How is it going to end? We know it's got to change, but the thing is, will it? That's the big question, right? It'll be interesting to see. There's part of me that wants to see England lose this series 5-0, and it really hurts me to say that because I'm hoping that it's gonna fucking cause a massive ruption.
Yeah, ripple through there, yeah.
Yeah, well, fucking ripple, more like a fucking earthquake. That's what I want to see happen, right?
Yeah,
like just because I think it's going to need something monumental like that to happen in order for something to change. Because sometimes, in order for things to get better, they have to hit rock bottom. And I think if they lose that fucking series 5-0, then it could be the catalyst for things to start getting better. But even that, I'm not sure that I'm sure there'll be all these fucking excuses and like, oh well, you know, people miss their families. There was a lot of. I get the feeling, Steve, there's a lot of fighting in the camp. It was starting after that second test. Like, you know, you heard Stokes come out having a go at his teammates and whatnot. And I'm sure that, like, some of the players in that dressing room didn't take too well to that. Yeah, him calling. He didn't mention any names, but he did come out and call them out. Said, my dressing room isn't a dressing room for weak men. Remember that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was quite. Was it the last one, the press conference he done, or something? Yeah, and it was. Yeah, but I think how he could come out with that though, because what has he actually done as well?
Well, exactly. If I was one of those players in that dressing room listening to that, we'll be going, "Well, what you fucking done? Yeah. You scored 19 in the last innings, and the one before that it was fucking 12 or something."
You got a 50 in that last one.
The problem is, Steve, you've got a lot of fans. English cricket, it's got a lot of fans who are fucking up their own arse, and they won't fucking step into reality and realise that it's a fucking shit show. You got people going on, oh well, it's good because we got a left-hand bowler bowling on to the right-hand side to a left-handed batsman, right? And then next thing you know, he's fucking out for 19 runs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know,
but
so,
I don't know though, mate. Well, I mean, this is. I mean, as you say, the 5-0. It might take the 5-0 for this to happen, because otherwise, I think they're just going to get too settled and into it, and this game, and then nothing's changing. They're not. nobody's been chucked out. Heads have got to roll because it's not going to be a successful Ashes campaign. It's not. It's not
Because the thing is, they can replace the head coach. They can replace a few players here and there. But it ain't going to make the fucking slightest bit of difference if the person at the fucking top is fucking clueless and is fucking damaging the sport. It's absolutely pointless. Do you know what I mean? Like, not going and accepting an offer for you to go and practice with a pink ball and like the preparation is fucking shocking. Huh?
There's so many things they could have done, Laura, and they could have done different to this. All they wanted to do is have like a jolly up, as you say. Go and play fucking golf or something like that, or anything else. And I thought, well, hold on, you're here to play cricket. You're supposed to be England players, cricket players. And it's like you don't really give a shit about this, about the Ashes. You don't care at all. The only ones that really start for me is Joe Root again. Joe Root and maybe one or two of the bowlers, maybe. Even Stokes a little bit, I guess. But, you know, nobody else has done fuck all. And, you know, and I think, well, do they really want it? Do they want this?
I mean, the thing is, Jofra did put in a bit of effort near the end, but it was all too late. As that fella says, it's a bit late now, champ. The game's over.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was true. That was the thing. He should have been doing that from the fucking start.
Yeah. There's somebody said he only turns up when he wants to sometimes, Archer, and does it.
Yeah.
I think that ain't the right thing to be. I'll drop the bastard then if he's going to do that. He's going to say that. You can't just turn up when you want to. You got to turn up all the fucking time and put in a.
The problem is, Steve, there's about fucking 6 or 7 of them like that, minimum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of players in that dressing room who just don't give a shit. That's what I think. They just like turn up when they feel like it.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is that attitude has been accepted for so long, it's become fucking deep rooted and endemic. And like, then they need to start fucking suspending players and making them accountable for their poor performances, because I just don't see it happening.
No.
And because until they do, this is just going to continue. And that's just the players. What about the fucking coaching team? What about these people who are supposed to be working with these players on their mentality and fucking the people making sure that the preparation is right? Like, you know, it's the whole of it, all of it, fucking top to bottom, is a shit show, mate.
Exactly, yeah. I agree. And, but when it actually, I don't think it's going to change though, Warren. Sadly, I don't think it will. I think we're going to keep going on and on about this. It's going to be repeat, scratch record for the whole time now. Next year, be the same. Year after, be the same. It just won't change. And we're going to keep hitting our heads against the brick wall all the fucking time, you know?
Well, I think you're right. And the problem with that is, Steve, that it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. They're going to get slide down and down and down. If they're not careful, they're going to be in a similar position to what the West Indies are now.
Yeah.
I can see it coming.
We're going to
Do
be
you know
one of
what I
the
mean?
worst poor nation, shittest nations in the world at cricket. And really, we shouldn't be. We should
we can go back to like it was in the late 70s when teams were coming over and fucking whacking us 5-0 with Gay Abandon. The West Indies did it. The fucking Indians did it. The Pakistanis did it. Like, I can remember, like I said to you, I remember that infamous game against the West Indies when they were fucking 300 for no loss. 300 for no loss. And then you heard Tuffle going on about when Michael Vaughan, he was going on about the drinks and the gin and tonic incident. And Michael Vaughan couldn't believe it. And he goes, what was the test though in that match? And he goes, Tuffle goes, oh yeah, about 700 for 700 for 4. And
Oh, God.
Michael Vaughan's sitting there going, "Oh, give over." That's fucking brilliant. I was pissing myself laughing watching that.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant, mate. But yeah, but unfortunately, we get back to this, and as we say, the prediction is Payne and to lose 5-0. I think.
Well, I'm just hoping. I don't want them to. Obviously, I don't want them to lose 5-0. But the reason I'm saying that is because I'm hoping it's going to spark a massive fucking like earthquake in English cricket, and it wakes them up. It gives them a massive slap around the face.
And the rubbish is chucked out. The shit is gone.
Yeah.
Right. And let's move on. Let's get somebody better. Let's get the people in that we need. And as Hanno was saying, South Africa has run amazingly well there with the likes of Graham Smith and all that in there. You know, they've been there, seen it and done it, you know. And it's run properly. But we're not still. So why are we behind them? You know, we were miles ahead of South Africa at one stage.
The thing is, if it was me, I would have fucking Peterson out in Australia working with the batsmen in the nets, like they fucking perfect their batting style. But is that they know who they got? Who is the batting coach? I'm sure he hasn't got the fucking experience and fucking expertise that fucking Peterson's got.
I think it's Triscothic. I think he's the batting coach, as far as I know. And he was a good batsman. That is quality for us, England. But what he came out with last time, that was PR. That was PR.
That was pure bullshit, mate. That was fucking disgraceful. All that was fucking out of order. That nonsense that he was coming out with. I was thinking to myself, fucking hell, does this bloke work for Arsenal? Because it was pure fucking Arteta nonsense.
Well, they had Graham Thorpe, didn't they, as well? God rest his soul. He was there as a batting coach. Well, a great player he was, by the way. Amazing
he was, but none of those players, mate, are in the same class as Peterson, are they? Let's be honest.
Probably not, but...
He comes out into the fucking MCG, fucking first ball, he knocks fucking the bowler for 6 straight over the fucking top of his head.
Do you
know what I mean?
He wasn't afraid of him, mate. He could say, come on. He would go off.
Exactly. What chance is there of that happening tomorrow? First ball of the innings, fucking someone like, I don't know, Pat Cummins runs down and delivers this fucking almost unplayable ball, and the fucking the opening bat for England steps forward out of the crease, whack, 6 right over the fucking boundary. It's not happening, mate. It's more likely the fucking stumps are going to go flying up in the air. That's what will happen.
Yeah, but you can't disrespect a bowler like Cummins. He's quality, mate. He's class.
I fucking would. Why can't we fucking disrespect him? Go out on the field and fucking make him feel uncomfortable. Like, I'll be going, mate, I'll be going with, you're fucking finished, mate. Look at you. You're a fucking fool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? No, this is what I'm talking about with them not being aggressive enough. They need to go out on the field and fucking give as good as they get, if not more.
Yeah. Well, the problem was they were being too aggressive at one stage and going too mad at hitting it.
No, I'm talking about with their mouths, mate. I'm not with the bat. You need to be like...
I mean, they've been hitting out all the time, Warren.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see, like, Cummins get hit for 6 off the first fucking ball of the day. Right? Because I think it had fucking really put the willies up them and send that big statement. But you only do that if it's fucking sensible and safe to do so.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
Right, England got, was it 300 and something? Was it 320 odd? And they reckon if they were 100 or so light or 200 light, if they made 200 more runs out of that, they probably would have won the game. But the fact is they couldn't hang in there, could they? They couldn't. They couldn't do a Joe Root or anything. Massive, brilliant innings by Joe Root, by the way. Absolute class. Brilliant. He's the only one that stood up. And the only one I can say out this lot is a true legend, modern legend of the English game.
That innings was superb, mate. It really was.
It was.
But I was just like, I just don't think we're aggressive enough, like with the mouth, because I think the sledging, mate. Because I think they think that England team's weak, and I have to say, mate, I agree with them. I do think it's weak. Mentally, it's really weak.
They can't give it back like the Aussies give it. They can't give it out like that. I remember the big sledges they always used to do, the Merv Hughes and all that, people, Warney, always loved to give it out and never get it back. And I thought they were brilliant, you know. I mean, that's the way you do it, you know. Give them a bit of mouth. They don't like it, you know.
The thing is that they will respect you if you do that. Like, they're not going to respect you if you're like a little timid mouse going out there and don't say nothing. They're just going to go for you even more. But if you fucking give it back to them, they're going to think, fucking hell, this geezer, like... Do you know what I mean? They will.
You got to do it the right way. I remember, was it a few actually ago, not long ago, and Jimmy Anderson and all that was still playing. He was batting, and they were in the field, the Aussies, and they were chirping him, giving him all that. They said to him, I think it was Smith, what's his name, guy? Not Slater, Clark. But said to him, oh, do you want to break your fucking arm, mate? Let's break your fucking arm. They're bowlers, you know. And I thought, yeah, that's going a bit too far. But, you know, but at least that puts a message, that puts a statement there and saying, look, you know, we mean business. We want to beat you. We want to fucking pound you into the ground. And, you know, and England don't do that. They don't do that enough. And
no, you're right. And
it's very nice.
I know, but mate, it goes back to this thing that they're like, you know, the way it's run and the people that are running it, because that sort of behaviour would be looked down upon. Do you know what I mean? Like, it would, like, if it come out that, I don't know, they were going out there and Stokesy had said stuff that was a bit inappropriate, like, they'd haul him over the fucking coals for it. I know they would. But that's what I want to see. I want to see them being fucking inappropriate. I want to see them, like, getting up to shithousery and stuff like that. Like, do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the Aussies won't think fucking twice about doing it.
No. They do whatever they can to win. That is what it is, mate. You know?
Yeah.
By any means, foul or fair, they'll do it, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm up for that. I'd be exactly the same. Do you know what I mean? I've said to you before, like, fucking get up in their faces, like, give their hair a little tug and fucking, like, give a slight dig in the fucking ribs and whatnot. Do you know, I know you can't do that in cricket, but you can fucking make them really uncomfortable.
It's like when you remember Freddie Flintoff it was against West Indies. He said, "Mind the windows, Tino," and he went and smashed it and got out, didn't he?
Yeah.
West Indies, like Tino Best.
Yeah, exactly. There's another one who should be fucking involved as well, Freddie Flintoff.
Yeah. Well, he was for a while, wasn't he? Was he something? He was something to do with England for a while there.
He's doing coaching now.
Yeah, I think he coached the youngsters. Was it the Lions and stuff? I know he was involved there. Yeah. I think. But yeah, I think you got to get people like that in there. The players, the ex-players, and that have been there, seen it, and done it all. You know, I think they've got to be involved, but. I don't know. They're just not going to do it, buddy, I think, unfortunately. But anyway, we're going to have to go, mate, because it's going to have to bounce over 2 hours now. It's been great. I've enjoyed it though. I really wanted to do this for a long time, to be honest, and I haven't been able to. So,
There's no reason why you couldn't do more of them, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There isn't. I don't get fucking bogged down with the fact that it's supposed to be a Bees football channel.
Mm.
If you want to fucking talk about cricket or fucking horse riding or fucking whatever, then fucking talk about it. It's your channel, man.
Yeah, no, mate. And I mean, the thing is, I know, because this is the buzz, really. So I talk about anything, really. It's not really just football. So I think, you know, I thought I'd do a cricket one. Why not? And because I was getting so fucking pissed off with it all, I had to come out, I had to rant about it. And I know you do. And we have been ranting again. So whether it's going to do any fucking good, I'm not so sure. But
no, but you like people like and respect it. Like when people are being open and honest about their feelings. I fucking went on a mad one this afternoon. I was calling out the Americans. I was calling out Trump. I was fucking calling out Rio Ferdinand. That fucking mate. No, I better stop because my fucking blood pressure is going through the roof again just thinking about him.
He's a sellout, mate. But anyway, I mean, you know, I think that was all the fucking right debacle and that thing. The money for it as well, the prices, that's fucking extortionate. That's fucking terrible.
It's like about 20 odd grand. Like they're through the back door, they're turning the game into a game of 4 quarters, right? Because in the middle of each half, they're having the drink breaks for 3 minutes. So effectively, they've turned the last World Cup just before the start of it. You might remember they wanted to bring in a rule where there were 4 quarters and increase the size of the goals. And luckily, they got away with that. And they didn't they weren't able to introduce it. But now they've done it through the back door under the premise of player welfare. So they're having 1 drinks break in the middle of each half, which means it's 4 quarters, right? And no, man, it's fucking out of order. It's got nothing to do with fucking drinks breaks and player welfare. It's to do with fucking them. They can put adverts in. You wait. When those drink breaks are going on, they're going to have fucking adverts on.
It's commercialised. That's what it is. Yeah.
I fucking hate it, mate. I really fucking went in on them. I was calling for FIFA to be fucking disbanded and fucking alternative World Cups and fucking all sorts because, mate, I'm fucking sick of this fucking commercialisation and it all being about fucking money. And it's a fucking problem in that country. All they want to fucking do is just constantly go on about banging on about making as much fucking money as they can. And I'm fucking sick of it, man. It's bullshit, all of it.
Exactly. I agree too, mate. I tell you, it's fucking disgusting. It really is. And but that's what it's all about for them, that league lot, FIFA and all that. It's about the money, isn't it? So
getting countries now, they disrespecting different countries, like calling North Macedonia, North Macadamia, and fucking Lauren Hall walking on stage with fucking 12-inch fucking heels on. I thought she was on fucking stilts. She was so fucking high. It was ridiculous. And Rio Ferdinand keep going on about how he's a man of the people and then refusing to call out FIFA for the price of the tickets. You ain't no fucking man of the people.
Total sellout he is, mate.
Here's a fucking man who refused to give the FA his mobile phone bill so they could see who he'd been calling. You know, he gave the FA the bill, but they blacked out all these fucking phone numbers that he'd been calling presumably because he'd been fucking calling fucking drug dealers, because that was the suspicion. The reason he had to do it was because there was suspicion that he was on the sniff.
Yeah.
And like the way he talks and whatnot, I'm sorry, but he's definitely been on the sniff, mate. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just fucking not acceptable. Like how he's managed to fucking get away with it, and that fucking carry on at that World Cup draw was fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it was a farce, mate. I mean, absolute farce. Debacle.
Fucking 3 hours it went on for, Steve. Why does it take fucking 3 hours to draw fucking, I don't know what, 48 balls and put them into groups, like 12 groups of 4? It's a madness.
Yeah. It's like one big show and it concert thing or something. That's what they're trying to do. And it's like,
It was a fucking Z grade fucking Eurovision Song Contest. It was a fucking shambles, honestly.
It was, man. But it was. But anyway, Warren, I'm gonna have to go, man. And
Right.
thanks for coming on, bro. And
No, thank you for having me, man.
That's right. That's all right, man. Any time, you know. Do you want
Let's hope tomorrow. Let's hope tomorrow it goes a bit better than the last two.
Yeah, I hope so, but I doubt it.
So yeah, I'm Warren from Warren's Team Talk. You can find me on Instagram, on YouTube, X, Blue Sky. I recently did a video about the chaos and madness of the second test in this Ashes series, and I also did a video today about that FIFA World Cup draw. So come and check them videos out, because I did go to town on them today in that when I did that video about the World Cup. Because I wasn't only talking about the World Cup draw, I was talking about the way that the teams qualify for the World Cup as well, because that's another bone of contention that I've got. So yeah, that's it, Steve. Thanks very much for having me on, mate. Make sure you go and subscribe to this fella on his channel, Mr. B Hive Football Chat, and follow him on Instagram when it's Mr. B for Life 182.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
No worries, man. You're always welcome, bro. Anytime, yeah?
Yeah. Thank you, mate. Take care, Steve. All the best, mate.
And don't lose the plot if England lose, man. We know it'll happen. Just get over it, mate. Just carry on. You know, we know what's going to happen. So
it's got to get better, Steve, surely, isn't it? Please.
You never know who might actually win it, Warren. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Pigs might fly, as you said earlier.
We can dream, mate. Anyway, cheers, brother. You take care, yeah?
And you, mate. Thanks a lot, Steve. You take care, mate.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, brilliant. Great guy. Love, great channel. And go and follow him, guys. You know, brilliant channel that. Warren's Team Talk. And of course, Hanno earlier, he's got a great channel as well. Go and follow him, that young man. Brilliant channel. They've got so much knowledge, of course. Cricket, football, whatever. You know, they know what they're talking about. So it's great to have them on here. This is a massive debate. Whether we got anywhere with it, I don't know. It needs to be said. We need to talk about this. I think England could well lose it 5-0, as Warren was saying, but you never know. Strangest things have happened. We could actually win it and get it back to 2-1. But I'm not holding out any hope, and you know, just can't see it happening, guys. But anyway, follow me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182 and subscribe to Mr. B Hive Football Chat and smash those likes, guys. And please sub if you're new. Get me up to that 200. Just 4 away. 200 guys, come on. And I can do, a special stream. As an early Christmas present as well. To get me to 200 subs. Guys, I've been working hard for this. I've been on here at least 2-3 years by now, I think, doing this channel. So, I'm busting my balls doing this, guys. So, please try and give a bit back if you can, but always watch. It don't matter if you don't sub or smash the likes, but as long as you show me love and support, it's all good. I'm still watching or in the live chat. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce. I've got the preview now for Back to Football. I'll be doing the preview for the City game, Carabao Cup, Bees and Man City, which would be probably tomorrow, I would think. I'm going to try and get a fan on, a Man City fan, if I can. But if not, it'd just be me doing it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Thanks everyone. It's been a live chat. Luca, hello, Mel, Jordan, Rich, who else was there? One of the new ones we've had, Ravnija Hal. He was in here. And Daz, of course, and all the others, everyone watching. Hannah, of course, on earlier. And Warren, thanks to you guys. Well, I'm out of here, guys. I'm bouncing. Cheers for now. Thanks, everyone. Bye.